Genau. Orange is the new black.
Ja, genau.
Passt doch, genau. Finde ich jetzt lustig. 2 Methods gegeneinander. Ja, das ist bestimmt wieder eine Vorbereitungsphase. Oh, wie sieht's denn da gerade aus? Ah. Okay. Ja, du mit deiner Sturmfrisur da. Geht mir nicht auf den Sack. So. Wie ist denn gerade die Stellung? Black hat einen Heildruiden, Magier, Schurken und Orange hat einen Heilschamien, Todesritter und Dämonjäger.
Oh oh.
Erstaunlich, ein Todesritter. Und dennoch kommen wir mit Dämonjäger. Leck mich mal am Sack, Ja. 2 wie 3, bloß einer weniger.
Ja, passt hier.
Todesritter und Dämonenjäger. Mein lieber Mann, na. Das will ich schöne Chance machen. Und was ist der Todesritter? Gute
Sieht so
Frage.
nach Frost aus.
Ah, genau,
wahrscheinlich.
richtig. Mit Frost kannst du gut arbeiten. Den spiele ich am liebsten, den Frosty.
Ich esse lieber Eis.
Frosty.
Method Orange, they always know when to pick their
Yeah.
moment. In this moment, they need to run and hide. Like you were saying, Sid, Chaz, with the Tree of Life, with the Innervate, it's unlikely they're going to be able to find pressure. As soon as that fades, I think it's likely Nez charges midfield once again, tries to take down Raikou.
Method gegen Method.
Under a lot of pressure. Nice crowd control coming in from Method Black with the polymorph on Siu. He has the Trinket Spirit Link. Nez decides to trade out his anti-magic zone, a very powerful defensive cooldown, limiting magic damage, which will keep him alive.
Method Black showcasing the Rogue Mage Druid in game number 1, perfect isolation, softening Mez up for a potential kill later on. Both Trill and Sidu are going to have to keep an eye on him. Mez marching forward towards Raikou to try and keep some pressure up, but he is overextending. Sidu moves in, ducking for cover, but now they swap to Sidu, catching him with a huge amount of burst. Barely staying alive, Ascendance pops, likely to recover, and now Method Orange need to push forward.
He's actually running Zalzek's Veiled Eye, defensive tank trinket, in order to stay alive, realizing he might be vulnerable in this matchup, deciding for a little bit of more defense in his gear choice. I like what Method Black is doing though. Sidu, if he charges across the map to try to keep Nez and Trill alive, while making sure he punishes them, which I think is the strategy they need to implement to win.
Waz setting up some crowd control for Raikou, but he's not able to follow it up. Method Orange are now free to do as they please. Raikou trying his best to kite away. I will say that Chaz is doing quite an impressive job maintaining his mana against that Mana Rift honor talent of Trill. If Chaz can keep his mana on par with Sidu, they will stay in this fight. Good crowd control from Method Orange as they initiate an attack. Raikou desperately trying to blink to safety, managing to escape for now.
Yeah, the reason this matchup is so difficult is Mez and Trill, they can stay on target when they need it, but a setup now onto Mez once again. There's a full blind on Sidu. He's opting not to, he actually is opting not to trinket it. No follow poly from Raikou. Mez able to deny it with the death grip, and now Raikou could be in a lot of trouble.
At this point with Raikou at 50% health, Ironbark's defense does not even seem to be enough. Method Orange keeping their momentum. Sidu on the run. Waz can't stay on target. Those chains of ice from Mez supporting Sidu quite effectively. Method Orange trying to keep himself active, but they catch Sidu in a swap, trying to dish out devastating damage, but that death grip from Mez once again protecting Sidu.
Look at the chains of ice on Waz. Anytime he uses his shadow step, he's getting chains of ice over and over. Raikou!
Alter!
Nick of time in order to stay alive.
Hast du es gerade gesehen?
Nee, ich habe jetzt gerade auf die...
Der war eigentlich schon im Licht und noch schnell die Heilung,
Set up on Waz, trying to carry the team here, but not really forcing too much.
Einer hat schnell die Seele wieder reingestopft. Wo bleibst du und kämpfst weiter?
They can just cleave both targets down. Chaz still doing an impressive job maintaining his mana, looking for some cyclones, trying to stall out the damage. Curious to see if Chaz is going to cross center field. Instead, WoWAWC goes for another attack onto Sea-Doo. Chaz jumps on top of him as well to follow up the stun chain. Looking for a cyclone at low health, gets denied by Trill.
Managed to pull up the Zaltex Veiled Eye. That's going to make Sea-Doo vulnerable in future setups. Like you're saying, Sid, Chaz is doing a very impressive job in this matchup with his mana so far. Trill was having a difficult time landing the consistent mana risk we normally see from a Method Black. I think they knew the composition Method Orange wanted to run. I think they did a very good job to do it.
Another opportunity for Method Black to strike towards Sea-Doo. Will they have the damage to close it out is the question. Nobody's next to him. Sea-Doo with a one-on-one between WoWAWC is slowly but surely starting to recover. WoWAWC will likely give up on this kill, I think, pretty soon, unless Ryker has some sort of opportunity to blink back behind the pillar. Sea-Doo likely to recover, jumping into the Blizzard. That way of applying market security will break it. Good positioning by Sea-Doo. Chaz, though, has been sneaking away and finding a drink, regenerating his mana right as dampening kicked in. A critical timing from Chaz.
Very important. Mez still under fire. Raku, honestly, to his credit, as a Frost Mage, it is not easy to kite in a Holy Death Knight or Demon Hunter, so excellently done by him. Another big setup coming in from Method Black onto Method Orange. AMZ gets traded up by Mez, but Chaz, he gets the Cyclone on Sea-Doo. Now Method Black in a very powerful situation.
Chaz on fire right now, maintaining his mana despite the mana rift, extending his team for whatever opportunity they can find. They do manage to bank some powerful defensives as Raikou unleashes an icy attack towards Mez. Chaz, though, locking crowd control, not able to support. Mez pulling back towards the pillar with Sea-Doo, looking to line of sight Raikou. His burst is now over. That threat has been thwarted. Method Orange now just need to worry about WoWAWC's vendetta. WoWAWC a bit reluctant to push forward. If he line of sights, it could be devastating. Mez grips him behind the pillar, looking for some burst. Do they have the damage taken down? No. The kill will be stopped. WoWAWC instead trying to gun for Sea-Doo, but he's still staying quite overextended. He's going all in for the kill. Raikou positions, launching out a few frostbolts. Get a kill on with Sea-Doo with this push. They are going to be behind.
Yeah, Sea-Doo, when he kites around in this Ghost Wolf, it's going to make him very difficult to kill. Zalzek Veiled Eye gets pulled out once again. But Method Orange,
Sind die verrückt?
they all clump behind the pillar. That's where Raikou can unleash frosty devastation with his Blizzard, with his Frozen Orb. Keep up the pressure. And basically, at that point, WoWAWC can just pick the target he wants to go on.
Sea-Doo
Sind die hier alle weg?
mana in favor. Method Orange, the death grip
Guckt
strategy
das nicht, wa?
WoWAWC. He preemptively feinted that incoming stun. Nice read by WoWAWC, making himself a lot more durable to that surprise attack. Although Chaz traded his Gladiator's medallion, and now he could be exposed later in the match. It looks like he's looking for a drink, and it does appear to be the case that Method Black wants to
Ja.
for a long game kill.
Nur noch 18 Spieler auf dem Feld statt 20.
Composition that Method Orange have crafted with three
Vorher waren es immer 20, weißt du? Jetzt sind 18. Ich glaube, je höher du im Itemwert bist, je weniger gespielt.
Vielleicht nur noch 2. Kein Bock.
Nee, er sagt ja, wie viel sein müssen und wie viel da drin sind. Wer sagt 18 sind?
We are at 16% damaging. Sea-Doo into a full bash. Chaz looking for crowd control. Full polymorph secured by Raikou. Reverse comes in from Trill in the nick of time. Keep them alive.
Doch 20. Wieso zeigt er mir 18 an?
Any damage off the back of it,
Was soll?
back to the corner. Raikou trying to do his best to kite, but Mez is all over him. Ironbark is forced to be traded. Still going down through it. WoWAWC
Aber die wollen ja noch einen 10er
shot, and as we
mit 10 Mann auf dieses Schlachtfeld.
difficult to predict who's actually coming out ahead.
I just don't know. WoWAWC is going to be super effective on that assassination program. So that's the problem. As this game goes on late, Raikou, he can keep himself alive, especially with the support of Chaz. Normally we see a Frost Mage get trained down, can't do much, big enough farmers, but when you have a Rescue Druid on your team, he can throw out Tangling Roots, Cyclones to free you up and allow you to get caps off.
Chaz's mana not looking too good at this point. Trill's mana rifts are starting to pay off here. Well-timed temporal shield by Raikou, soaking up all these hits and will heal him back to full health. Sea-Doo's team in a good position to stall this match out. What opportunities do they really have? This next blind needs to pull a Gladiator's medallion. This next medallion needs to pull primary defensive. They launch another attack towards Sea-Doo. Will this be enough to take him down? Anti-magic zone trades out
gets another drink. Big setup coming in from Method Black. Ryan could be in some trouble. Some force field does get traded out.
Wird immer noch das erste Spiel da mit?
Ja.
Oh Mann, ey.
Using the ice bomb, but Chaz able to stabilize him, keep him alive with the tree form, with the innervate. Now Method Black seems to have all the pressure.
Ja.
Combo by Chaz to restabilize his team. If they can keep this pressure on, Sidu doesn't have a lot to work with. They already burned through his swing side. Tree than wall totem. Nice read by Sidu. Expecting this attack, predicting it. Chaz instead opting to cyclone him and try to develop some pressure on Mez, but these death strikes are healing himself back up as Mez is quite self-sustainable. Sidu's still getting trained down by Waz. I'm curious if in dampening Method Black actually have the advantage. A misplay here by Waz as line mission return means that threat is now no longer available. Sidu opts to trinket the bash anyway, lining those up for a future trinket later on and to thwart away this frozen orb assault. Method Black have a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but Sidu having a difficult time at this point. Yeah, they keep these teams stable with the Riptides. Waz getting swamped. They have no choice to keep pressure on Waz, but not that much damage. Waz isn't that vulnerable of a target against this composition. Yes, having a retreat. Raider Prop being used by Ryan, who's looking for damage on Mez. As charges across the map, looks against once again. But Chaz, with the Cyclones, denied any sort of offense. Nothing works Chaz.
Waz looking for another spot onto Sidu. Method Black trying to keep multiple pressure points. Make it critical for Sidu to bounce back in this fight. Dampening is getting deep at this point. It's going to become increasingly more difficult for either side to recover from big punches. Next time Sidu still getting through wall, but still gets some pressure out. Raikou dropping that rose arm, trying to deal some pain. Mez trades. Icebound fortitude to stay aggressive as both teams burn through cooldowns.
That sounds like failure for Waz as well. Both teams looking to stall up this game, but at this point in damage, trying to do damage going to be huge. Looking for an Evan gets grounded by Sidu. Nice plays by Sidu to avoid that damage on Mez, but Waz looking for a swap on him. Kidney shot. ANC gets used. Now Method Orange. At this point in the game, if they're not playing aggressive, they're forced defensive. It is going to be good night. Method Black damage with the crossbow. Too much.
Anna is quite even at this point. You would expect Method Orange to have more of an established lead, but Chaz is late game play.
Ja, der Tode wird da so leichte Probleme.
Their momentum is starting to stick here in game number 1.
Bei der Schurke auch.
Sidu locked out of the match. Trill needs to save
Ja, stirbt zuerst.
darkness and allowing Mez to stay in the fight.
Yeah, Trill gets polymorphed up. Raikou realizing that the Method Orange could get some pressure. Ray of Frost.
Todeswitter kann gleich nicht mehr.
Survives. Earthen Shield load gets used by Sidu. But Mez and Sidu, they're just snared up behind the pillar. No damage, no pressure on Raikou. Waz with really no
Heilige Scheiße.
nice Spiritling totem drop by Sidu to keep Mez alive.
Boah, die hauen jetzt alles dem entgegen, ey.
Sustain this much longer.
This looks like it could quite possibly be a
Oh, oh ja.
Der Todesritter ist tot.
Ha, ein Paradoxon in dem Fall, würde ich sagen. Puh, das ging jetzt aber,
Ein bisschen paradox.
das ging jetzt aber ganz schön.
Oh mein Gott, alle sind aufgeregt.
Dribbling?
Sagen wir, ob sie bereit ist, zu schon Vorteilung.
Naja.
Wie steht's denn mit deiner, wie sehr sie dich mag? Ist schon voll, oder?
Noch nicht. Ich versuche es. Orange bleibt bei ihr. Ding, Black auch. Sonst. Bleiben bei ihren Formationen.
taking the first victory against Method Orange in this tournament. They have not dropped the game up until this point, and Method Black seem to be able to turn the stall tactics of Method Orange in their own favor with this composition. Chaz playing the late game perfectly, looking for every opportunity to find tricks. The disadvantage that CB's team faces on this close-quartered map is that they will be stacked up frequently, and they do.
Was ist hier los, ey? Das wird das nächste Meister Nummer 1 in Schadens machen hier. Ich stehe oben als erster Stelle.
Ja, lol.
And run around this platform because being on the platform is not a good situation to be in. Raikou basically needs to run circles around the map. That is his best option. So far, he realizes that's exactly what he needs to do. On target, mini shot coming in from Bosco. Good pressure from Method Black early on.
is going. Unfortunately, breaking prematurely. Now City will have free reign in this moment. I would love to see Method Orange push forward.
Yeah, this is Method Orange's opportunity. CU's on falling off the arc. No real threat to crowd control. Looks like WoWAWC is looking to set up crowd control or set up advantage on the CU in this moment. One thing I gotta credit Mez for in this matchup is keeping the CU ice on WoWAWC the entire game, making it difficult for him to get to the target he really wants.
Tree of Life forced from Chaz's hand. That powerful defensive cooldown will stabilize the team for another 20 seconds, but after that point, he is going to be increasingly fragile. Trill chasing down, Raikou getting cleaned up by Chaz, denying some further pressure. Waz looking for some re-stealths potentially here for a cheeky play and attack as Sidu. Raikou opting to push away for a late game. Chaz trying to reposition Sidu, didn't get any sort of training shenanigans. Good positioning by Sidu.
Yeah, that is really going to be the advantage for Method Orange in this matchup. With this small map, Chaz is not going to be able to sneak away from drinks very easily. And if he does, Method Orange, they're going to be able to shut it down quite quickly.
Chaz opting to a stun here, but the mana rifts really not closing any significant advantage. And Method Black is something crafted composition that can play to the same tactics that Method Orange have implemented this entire season. Waz gets Sidu into a stun. Michael unleashing devastating damage, but Mez protects Sidu with that anti-magic zone, and now Method Orange continue to push forward.
That won't be available for another 2 minutes. Luckily for Sidu, he slides the Trinket and the Spirit Link. Sidu on target. Nice grip from Mez. Triple CC comes in. Chaz immediately Trinket. He does not want to be caught in a situation where he's getting man rifted. He's falling behind Chaz, not messing down, looking to set trade out his cooldown to a situation where they might lose really quickly and wanting to just stay ahead.
Also getting another attack towards Sidu. Forcing that Gladiator's medallion now. That will not be available for ending blind. Later on, Chaz some cheeky clones gets denied by Trill. Back up by a scary moment, but that blind could still be the final nail in the coffin here in game 2.
Yeah, he is still under fire. Really nothing left to work with. He can spot a kidney shot outside of his Earthen Shield totem. Only thing that can save him is Trill with the darkness zone. Poor Method Orange, although it's scary when he gets targeted down as the backup that magic zone. Trill with the darkness. As long as they're rotating those with the output shift, Method Orange can prolong this game for a long time.
It's going to be very important for Trill to protect Mez during that blind crowd control, which is an impending huge CC chain that will be available for Sidu. Raikou dropping that frozen right behind the pillar, but Trill does not care. Moving in, securing the double stun. Method Orange taking marching forward, looking desperately to pull Ice Block from Raikou before we step into dampening. But at this point, I would say that it is starting to look better and better for Method Black.
Method Black, the one thing that don't have for them is Chaz's men. And like we were talking about, they're not going to be able to get those drinks like we saw in game number 1. Big setup coming in from Method Black onto Mez. Gets popped off quite quickly. You can see Chaz now looking for a drink. I don't know if he managed to find anything. I don't think so. He wasn't able to sit down for long enough to channel the drink to get the mana. And that's the advantage Method Orange has in this match.
Smart map selection by Method Orange. That's Sidu can position it in that green, but there's the blind move. They've isolated Mez. Where is the damage? They need it here and now, but they're not finding it. Mez retreating back towards WoWAWC, actually deciding to move forward to interrupt the crowd control chain. Good teamwork by that point.
Nicely done, Chaz once again. Innovate Tree of Life. Raikou and WoWAWC not to be falling in this situation. Frozen Orb gets dropped. More pressure on WoWAWC. Kitty shot on Sidu. Raikou has the damage. Finds the Comet Storm and the Ice Nova. Sidu's hovering around 50% HP, but I think with Ghost Wolf, it's going to be completely fine.
Chaz's Tree of Life has now faded. He's looking to sneak away for a potential drink opportunity. He's having none of that. Immediate intel rushing across the map to deny any sort of drinks. We just stepped foot into dampening, but momentum in favor of the team. Initiates the attack towards Sidu. Mez protecting him. Chaz trying to fake cast some interrupts here and get a cheeky clone at low health, but Trill with Metamorphosis popped is too much of a threat, and Chaz is forced away.
Yeah, Method Orange, they seem very comfortable just trading out that anti-magic zone every single time WoWAWC has Vendetta available. Nice swap coming in from Method Orange onto Chaz. Later on in the game, it might be a good opportunity for them to get some pressure on an additional target on the Chaz, really tax that Restoration Druid mana. He has to only hot up Raikou, not going to be burning through mana quite as quickly as if he has to heal his entire team.
Pressure building on both sides, but Method Orange are falling behind here with both Mez and Sidu at half. Sidu builds high totem for 13 more seconds. Really trying to just stall out to that precious cooldown to recover his entire team. Chaz looking for some cheap clones onto Mez's ghoul. He's trying to get a drink so desperately for the late game, and Chaz can't find any opportunities to regenerate mana. It's going to be a slow, painful defeat.
Yeah, there's no question about that. Kidney shot on CU, Method Black looking to close out this game. He has the tools he needs to survive. Zalzak's Dale Eye paying dividends for Method Orange in this matchup. They're able to survive these swaps till later on in the game. Method Orange, they need to continue the pressure. It's going to be more and more difficult for C2 to stabilize through these setups with just Riptides like he's able to now, especially as we move deeper into dampening.
Well-timed Cyclones there by Chaz. C2 falling further behind here as dampening starts to mount to critical mass.
3 Stunden später.
Immer noch beim ersten?
Wir
Nee,
sind beim zweiten jetzt.
Oh,
Das ist schon eine Weile wieder.
stimmt ja, der war, wer ist Trophäe?
Der Todesritter.
Der Todesritter.
Sie haben ihn getötet. Also das ist ein Todesritter.
Ah.
Definitely could be, but I feel under a little bit of pressure. You can see Chaz sitting down there. He can regen his damage. It'd be beautiful. Really able to shut it down though. And Demon Hunter with that mobility at any moment, Trill can cross the entire map. Stop Chaz from generating his mana. And fortune being used by Ryan, who just popped off the map. Joining Mike crossing the map, wants to get back on top of Mess. Land those skills when he can.
Maybe wondering how C2 is healing for so much in Ghost Wolf as an Azure Axe Spirit healing him for an insane amount in that Ghost Wolf, and it's the Black Panther with the spell steal during their attack. It's likely that C2 will go down. Method Orange have obviously studied what is in the meta when they crafted this composition, and this map selection is paying dividends. Chaz's mana already down to half, forcing his hand once again to activate this Tree of Life.
Imprisonment going to be used by Trill. He wants to shut down that Tree of Life. Innervate gets used by Chaz though. It's basically a full reset moment for Method Black. As under fire once again, kidney shot on C2. Split pressure coming in from Method Black, really keeping Method Orange guessing has been quite impressive. And finally, the AMS is going to be traded out by Anti-Magic 2. Going to be traded out by Mess. Waz still has that final Vendetta left.
Yeah, that Vendetta could close this game quite shortly if they can set it up properly, but Raikou is on the back foot, forced away. Chaz recovers with a well-timed Iron Mark. Waz still wants to go after C2, but Raikou just forced the kite. They might just go for a crossbow on Mez instead. It's Raikou versus Mez and Waz versus C2. Desperately trying to keep their pressure on two targets. Chaz looking for some cheeky Cyclones at low health, and now Mez has been isolated, forcing Icebound for the
oh, Todesritter gerät wieder so ein bisschen in Bedrängnis. Oh, 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 oh.
Mez getting lower and lower. Further gets dropped out. Mez should survive with that, but another beautiful Cyclone coming from Chaz. In the meantime, Raikou forced into the ice block.
As Dampening mounts higher and higher, increasingly potential for crossbow for either team. C2 gets swapped to again. Huge Comet Storm damage, forcing Astral Shift. Raikou got the max range interrupt with Mez. Backs C2 up. Chaz looking for cheeky clones. No interrupt. C2 cloned at low health. Mez could be in trouble as well. If Waz can build up some more momentum. More Cyclones incoming. C2 can't top himself off. If they've got a kidney shot out of this, could be devastating. Chains of Ice support from Mez. Stalls it out. C2 just really trying to recover. Chaz making a bit of an error here. Stacking up for a double stun. But C2 is still falling behind at this point. Will he be able to survive the stun lock? Seems to be the case that he may be able to. Raikou did flow for the second ice block.
Magier macht den Nahtod.
Yeah, but Raikou, he has icy veins. If Chaz can keep him alive, that might be the final punch that Method Black needs. C2 really running on fumes in terms of the defensives. He has the Earthen Shield totem. He's been doing a good job getting in Ghost Wolf for these stuns. Interrupt on the Chaz into imprisonment. Raikou getting a little lower, kicking shot on Mez. This is a scary moment.
C2 repositions to get the Earthen Wall totem onto both members of his team. He has to do a lot of healing on two targets. Doing his best to maximize it with that defensive cooldown is important. Double stun initiation by Method Orange. Just a little bit longer, a couple more mana rifts, and Chaz is going to be tapped up. I'm not sure if C2 can keep it up. Doesn't have a lot to work with, and we are getting deep in Dampening. Anti-Magic Zone trading out during this attack by Method Black. It needs to be enough.
Yeah, at any moment, Stroke can activate the target. He doesn't want to activate it too late. Icy veins are Raikou, very scary moment, but they're able to survive with that anti-magic zone. C2 still rotting down, trying to regenerate himself with the Ghost Wolf. Big swap on Raikou. No ice block available. Chaz lands the Iron Bar. Raikou trying to kite away, drops the Blizzard.
Alter. Ritter.
making sure he can continue the pressure on Method Orange. Black is running out of time.
True Life innervates. Sidu needs to try and purge this innervate from Chaz. It's the only thing that he
Dagegen sind das da ganz schön lange Kämpfe, ey.
They desperately need to remove it, but Sidu's
Diese Fresse.
he's pressured too much. He can't afford to remove it, which means Chaz will recover his entire team. Both teams almost completely tapped out at this point, with Deputy bouncing up to insane levels. Sidu doing his best, but there's not a lot to work with. Chaz getting stun locked, quite possibly seconds away from this match ending.
Yeah, and getting lower really doesn't have much. Sidu no Spearling, won't up the top rock. Oh, blind on Sidu. Method Black looking to close out.
Todesritter hält sich so grad noch.
That is the last line of defense.
Both Ness and Sidu have basically nothing left. They need 4 more seconds. Can they stay in?
Aber man will ihn umboxen.
Sidu time for Ascendant to immediately be activated. He needs to get some casted heals, but he's getting stalled out by Watts. Will Sidu be able to hang on in these
Schamane ist auch, ja. Uff. Alter. Der rettet sich hier knapp, ey. Schamane versucht gerade alles.
Und jetzt
Der Magier ist weg.
Er ist kaputt.
Da ist ein Punkt für Orange. Alter, Schamane hätte fast, ey. Ganz knapp. Wir hätten sogar den zweiten Punkt holen können.
Machen sie aber alle spannend.
Das Video geht eigentlich fast ja 1,5 Stunden, also. Ja. So, das nächste Ding. Oh, Blackmar hat jetzt einen Heilpriester.
Charging across the map, looking to open right away. Sap on Sidu, cheap shot on Trill. Garrote on Samayam, Chaz charging in as well. Looking for a fear. Nice setup coming in from Method Black.
They go all in on Sidu.
Ja, ja, Murati.
Committing the vendetta. That threat was enough to force
Doch ein Diplom.
Trill. And it's to scare the team of Method Orange. They're pinned down behind the pillar.
Das war intelligent, gerade hier in die Schusslinie zu stellen.
Sidu doing his best to start to stabilize. Waz realizing that, immediately retreating back.
I can't help but feel like dropping that darkness was a huge mistake coming in from Method Orange. They didn't commit anything. Watts still has a vendetta. Raku still has his icy veins, and that's the cooldown you need to survive those setups. Full one on Sidu. Big swap on Samayam once again. Trying to survive with just the bark skin. Sidu through that line. And Samayam nicely.
Usage on Raku there to break up the crowd control chain. Chaz using that gnome Rachel, which basically removes the screen crowd control from Samayam. So he now has to change the way he uses that spell. Much better usage to break up crowd control chain to stall the game, burning Chaz's mana. But Samayam in trouble. Lots of damages. Raku is more than ready.
Boah, die Druide gerät hier mega in Bedrängnis.
Defensive arsenal. Method Orange falling further behind cooldown wise.
Yeah, but Method Orange, they still have the mana lead. They just need to survive like we talked about.
Okay, die haben ja keinen Todesritter mehr. Das ist ja jetzt der Druide.
Guys have to get some heals out as Waz looking to
War wohl zu riskant, weil er auch schon wieder fast drauf gegangen wäre.
getting interrupted. Waz all over him though. Getting the bleeds up, the rupture, the growth. But Waz doesn't want to overextend in the situation. Chaz is not there, but he doesn't care.
Oh, der Schurke macht auch ganz schön was mit.
Kidney shot.
Chaz is running out of time, already below 50% mana. Trill just gunning for him at this point, trying to tear him apart single-handedly. Chaz recovering with a huge head, but Trill just all over him. Waz likely needs to pull back and assist. Trill instead wants to go after Waz. Sidu completely top on mana. It's looking good here for Method Black, and Samayam substituting in is definitely a good decision by Method Orange.
For Chaz at this point in the game, it is so difficult to get a drink, but it all in from Method Black. We're gonna take out Samayam.
Der Druide wird ja hier fast eingeäschert, ey.
Figured it out with the bar to get out of that stun, keep himself alive. Sidu holding on to his feet, doesn't have the spirit link.
Aber beim Druiden ist es weniger Herzkasten als beim Todesritter. Der hängt immer die ganze Zeit am seinen Fahren.
Black making a scary situation for Method Orange. Icy Veins available. Dark Arcane in combo with that. Raku could be devastating here in the next couple of seconds, so long as they can set up. They catch Samayam out of form. if they can get any crowd control on Sea-Doo. Raikou not in position. Chaz instead looking for a drink. That Frost Nova on Trill, denying him. Now a Polymorph as well. Chaz is regenerating mana. That blue bar going up, and now Method Black have a second light leads on light.
Yeah, and Chaz can now afford to play a little bit more aggressive in this matchup. Now that he's retained that mana, but he needs to be careful. Mana risk still coming in from Trill, and he's going to be going boom very fast. I really like that drink setup coming in from Method Black. Method Black now looking to get aggressive. IT base can be used by Raikou. Can they take Samayam down?
Vendetta also available. It's going to be scary times here. If Waz can set up a swap to Sea-Doo, they can just eradicate him. They've got him locked in flowers. They're going to go for Samayam instead. They pull the trigger on the Vendetta. Samayam trades. No crowd control now. The Psychic Scream is dead by Chaz. It's good. Samayam did see a bit more damage, but it doesn't seem to be enough potentially here. Samayam did flow. Darkness is available.
Alter, der Druide kracht aber zerft eine.
Out quite efficiently there by Trill.
As they stay in it, Sea-Doo really needs to get that Spiraling totem coming up at around 23 seconds.
Ein bisschen verlangsamt.
Big setup coming in from Method Black. Still survives though, activating Zalzek's Veiled Eye. And Method Black, they're not afraid to use that. It's been very crucial in these games. The setup-based competition Method Black has available, able to at least get a few more defensive cooldowns in.
Waz overextending and Method Orange trying to flip shadows, but Chaz will happily trade that empty opportunity to regenerate far at all in this game. If he could manage to drink back to full, just clean reset, they could take this
Oh Gott.
off momentum.
Der arme Schurke da hinten.
Samayam getting bursted down. Chaz is pushing forward to try and help Waz.
Er wird bereicht.
The attack is basically getting not too much. Urban Walls are actually baited by Sea-Doo. Once that defense has faded, it can be scary.
In this matchup, we are not at dampening, and Chaz almost completely tapped on mana. Trill looking to get aggressive. Big setup over onto Sea-Doo. He has the trinket. He has the Spirit Link. He dot and Ghost Wolf. Raikou finds some damage with the Ray of Frost, but ultimately Sea-Doo will.
Der Schurke. Ganz knapp.
Has the feint as well. Has almost no mana left. We have just entered damage.
Waz is spending a lot of time deep in enemy territory, and Trill is starting to tear in and punish for these maneuvers. We see triple crowd control initiated. Is there going to be the appropriate response? Sea-Doo's into the blind. Polymorph gets reversed. Spirit Link connects the team, and they will stabilize. The pain has just started to set in. Will Chaz be able to escape and find a drink to regenerate that mana? If he can't, it's not looking good for Method Black.
Yeah, in that exchange, Samayam traded his trinket Skin Renewal. Now into a kidney shot. Very vulnerable, but he gets into bear form. Nicely done by Samayam. That's going to be really limiting the amount of damage that Method Black can put up in this setup. That's exactly what they need to do. Unfortunately for Method Orange, they haven't been able to really find too much damage. Now Chaz positioning very far away, looking for a drink once again. This will be crucial. If he can sit down long enough, if Raikou and Waz can buy him time, he'll be able to regen, but unfortunately not able to find it. Sam shuts it down with the Starfall.
That kidney shot was wasted by Waz. He has Smoke Bomb and Vendetta. Trill overextended 80 yards away from the pillar. Shadows have kidney shot. Trill is out of the game in that moment. They should have focused on trying to set up for a kill rather than the drink. It's very difficult with Starfall to even find any opportunities. They've got another opening here. Chaz sits out for a drink. If Trill wants to stop it, he has to move very far away from Sea-Doo. And when he does it, he's vulnerable to Smoke Bomb. They catch Samayam in cat form with the Smoke Bomb. Waz still getting pressured away. This was supposed to be their opportunity to kill, but they're on the back foot.
Funke die Pflicht.
Sea-Doo used his trinket as well in that exchange. I don't think that was on a blind, so Waz has an opportunity later on in the game with that blind to set up the final kill onto Method Orange. Samayam getting low, kidney shot on Sea-Doo. Do they have the damage? Looking like they want to take down Sea-Doo. Samayam riding down low as well. Root beam onto Chaz. Manages to run out that escape artist Rachel from Chaz, allowing him to get out of those roots.
Das ist ein Gezerge.
Chaz is easily the best late
Mann,
game increase in this
Alter, ist immer eigentlich schade, dass immer nur Dreierteams sind. Finde Fünfer mal interessant.
Könnten sie auch mal irgendwo gelegentlich mal machen.
Hast du das nicht schon mal gemacht?
Na, sind immer nur Dreierteams gewesen.
Ja, mit 5 wäre auch nicht schlecht.
Aber das ist ja dann...
Das wären fette lange Kämpfe.
Samayam trying to get the kill. Waz ducks recover. Chaz repositions Cyclone Chain out of imprison. It's good. Chaz has to trinket. Waz is still.
zone silence now. Samurai into the kidney shot, very vulnerable. Marskin does get used, and you really can't blame Method Black in that situation with the interbait from Samayam. With Incarnation, that is a very scary moment for Method Black, and they managed to survive.
Waz still on the back foot, and Chaz's mana is not looking too good, but they've got a lot of damage at least. They're crowd controlling Trill, denying the darkness, but it may not even be necessary. Double stuns prevent any sort of follow-up. Waz moves in, going for the blind, 5 seconds away from a trigger. Trill needs to save. He comes in, dropping that darkness just in the nick of time. Quick reactions by Trill. They try and cheaply mind control it, but it's not enough.
Der Schurke und der Druide haben es gerade nicht leicht.
Wow, Chaz almost completely tapped on mana. Method Black, this is not the situation you want to be in. Method Orange has
Und da war der Schurke weg.
Sagt er, der Schurke jetzt nicht schlecht.
Der nächste Punkt für Orange.
I remember they're playing into the favor of Method last game, but it
This to be reality.
A year away from the grand finals of Blizzcon 2018.
yeah, it looks like Method Black, they want to get aggressive right away.
Sind so geblieben.
On to Sidu, kidney shot on Sidu, big setup coming in. Do they have the damage to push him over? A lot of burst damage, Astral Shift gets traded out. Method Orange should survive the opener.
Method Black lead with a heavy attack initially here, forcing multiple defensives from Sidu and making him vulnerable moving into the future. Raikou Chaz with triangle positioning, dragging across the map, retreating away from the defense of Method Orange. Method Orange now making a decision to just jump right on top of them. They've got that wiggle room with this match advantage, but Trill gets caught overextended. Tons of damage traded out, but is not going to fall to that assault. Now Trill leading the charge.
Trill trying to find a damage point he can. Waz just line of sighting, putting pressure up on Sidu right now. And to Waz's credit in this match, he's been doing a good job making sure there's multiple pressure points that his team is able to swap to, keeping Sidu kind of guessing. Samayam rotting down a little bit low right now. Vendetta was committed earlier on, but Raiku's sitting on that icy veins for a little bit later.
Samayam being pressured here as Method Black move in. Crowd control, Sidu gets bursted. Not much to trade here as Fearling's on, but Waz is overextending and getting punished. He's not able to stay in and finish the job. Forced to pull back. Once again, Method Black on the back foot. And these mana rifts are inevitably going to be burning that mana pool away. Method Black needs to get something done.
Yeah, Waz under fire once again. He's really the person that can push in for his team, keep up this pressure. See Chaz pulling back once again. So do you feel like he should be pushing in for fears in this matchup, or do you want to see him look for the drinks early once again?
I mean, if they're going to pick that strategy, they should not have gone to Ashelmane's fall. It's going to be risky. Chaz trying to sit down for drinks. Samayam denies it. And so long as they can keep denying it, it is effective that Method Orange should be able to close this out. I don't see any windows of opportunity right now. Method Black need to whittle away at this defensive wall. Blind ends up breaking. Blizzard misplaced by Raikou. That's devastating for Method Black.
Very unfortunate. That's going to limit the amount of opportunities Method Black has.
Ja, das könnte
in
tun.
this matchup. He does get interrupted. Waz can capitalize with the stun on the Samayam. Devastating. You know, when Chaz, he goes for these drinks, he does two things. Not only is he looking to regenerate his mana, but he's also pulling Method Orange off the pillar for them to land some of these opportunities, some of these kill windows. Sidu gets caught in the kidney shot, but ultimately survives. While getting cycloned up, nicely done by Samayam supporting his team.
Chaz opting to use Trinket to avoid a mana rift and keep that precious blue bar as long as possible. Samayam ducking for cover with Sidu at the pillar. Raikou a little bit reluctant to push forward. They actually catch Samayam trying to cross the map and deny the drink. Tons of damage here. Earthen Wall Totem will allow them to stabilize. Chaz sits down for a drink, and as he pointed out, he either regenerates the mana or he pulls Method Orange off the pillar. Both of those are a win-win for Method Black.
Yeah, definitely not a bad strategy to be implementing. It just seems so difficult for Method Black to get pressure. If Method Orange is just sitting on the pillar in this matchup, running around, Raiku's not able to get out past the damage. Sidu actually trinkets out of a kidney shot and uses his Astral Shift as well. Really wants to respect that Vendetta coming in from Waz.
But Icy Veins is still a looming threat for Raikou. Dark Archangel to combo up with it as well. Method Black have a big hit available. If Sidu isn't ready, it could just close this out and take us to game number 5. Method Black playing it out patiently, waiting for that window of opportunity. It's a kidney shot committed to Samayam. Method Black going for the safer route now. A Shadow Step kick on the Sidu. trying to back up with a little bit more momentum. Lots of damage from Raikou, but not enough to get a kill. WoWAWC gets life back to safety. They need to abort this mission. Samayam with Incarn rolling is a huge danger to Method Black. Immediate retreat, but Method Orange are starting to close in.
Yep, Innervate, Berserking, Incarnation, everything used by Samayam with the Sky Fury Totem. But a nice setup coming in from Method Black. Kidney Shot, Smoke Bomb. Seed trying to keep him alive with the Earthen Shield Totem, and that will be enough to deflect this attack.
Well placed Earthen Wall Totem, but they overlap cooldowns. Barkskin and Earthen Wall, 2 for 1. 2 for 1 exchange will allow Method Black to have an opening, and Chaz has been able to regenerate his mana this time around. He's been able to outposition Method Orange. WoWAWC gets caught in center field. Pain suppression is going to likely be enough as Samayam's in trouble. No trinket, and he could easily fall. Darkness from Trill will protect Samayam and allow them to recover. Crowd control is still coming. Trill ducks over. Big carry by Trill right there.
Sick play by WoWAWC, though, the interrupt into the blind, almost landing with the kill. Trill saves the day, like you mentioned. That was the icy base for Raikou as well. Samayam still not chopped off. CU has 15 seconds on his trinket. If they can get some CC right here, right now, there's no reverse magic available for Trill, no darkness. This could be the opportunity they need. Method Orange realizing the situation. To Method Orange's credit, they always know when they're in trouble. They're always running away at the right times and able to survive.
CU and Samayam pinned behind the pillar. Raikou unleashing an attack here, but CU will recover in the protection of this all totem. Trill jumping back to force WoWAWC away. Every time WoWAWC overextends, Trill is there to punish. And if any opportunity, if Chaz isn't careful, WoWAWC could fall. CU caught in a kidney shot. WoWAWC holding that vendetta, and whoa, where did this damage come from? Trinket Spear Link from CU. Vendetta still in the tank for WoWAWC. Dark Archangel available for Chaz, and CU is going to be cowering.
Yeah, CU living at 5% HP there, trading out his trinket and the Spirit Link. Samayam very vulnerable as well. Smoke Bomb is available in about a minute. Unfortunately, not going to be too many opportunities with that. With the cooldowns rotating up. Samayam still low.
There it is.
Now caught into the kidney shot. Raikou looking to follow it up with some damage. But WoWAWC can't play too aggressive.
Damn it, damn it.
Line is letting Chaz. Trill realizing it. Method Orange looking to really punish Method Black for this aggressive play.
I'm very surprised to not see WoWAWC pull the trigger on Vendetta there. Kidney shot with no cooldown. CU could have easily just gone down, but WoWAWC wants to play it patiently and look for a clinical precision kill, but it's so unlikely to have the perfect scenario that I feel like WoWAWC is better off just going for it when he gets a good stun out of Ghost Wolf. Chaz moving in here. They commit the Vendetta, but Samayam peels WoWAWC away. It's up to Raikou.
Der Schamane ist weg.
Was ist los?
Der Schaman ist weg.
Wo ist so eine Ketchup-Andi?
Punkte Gleichstand. Verdammt, dem alles entscheidend dann, ne?
Ich denke, sie wird.
Ja, weg mit euch Pfeifen, ja.
Erdbeer sag ich schon. Pflaume. Erdbeer.
Eins Männchen. Wir bleiben so.
But no defensive cooldowns traded out. This initial attack has been completely thwarted.
Yeah, weren't really able to get anything rolling early on. There's a stun on the Chaz. Big setup. Chaz actually trinkets out. That was a scary moment. Samayam looking to get aggressive with the Incarnation. Now popping the Metamorphosis onto Raikou, getting some damage rolling. Samayam in a little bit of trouble as he's caught into the kidney shot. Not activating the Barkskin or the Renewal. Method Orange playing it very cool. See to realize he can keep his team alive and telling them they don't need to use anything.
This Incarnation trades effectively with Chaz's Incarnation free of life. Both teams canceling each other out early on. WoWAWC poking CU, trying to soften him up now, moving for a stun play. Raikou gets over in line of sight. Looks like it's a baited play. CU doesn't fall for it.
Chaz once again positioning very far away, but there's really no spots on this map where he can sneak off for a drink that Trill can't stop him almost instantaneously. So Method Black, they're not going to have the mana advantage. It's going to be very unlikely. Chaz going to be able to regen his mana at any point in this game. So Method Orange, they know that. They just have to survive, keep up the mana rifts on Chaz, keep up the damage, survive, rotate properly, and they will win the game.
Seedoo locked down in a kidney shot. Sam I am on the run. Chaz was trying to sneak for a drink, but Trill denies it, and that's very important for Method Orange late into the game to establish a significant mana lead and then overwhelm Method Black with tons of damage. Nice Chaos Nova by Trill onto 2 members. Raikou forced to retreat away, but damage follows it up. Star Surge connects. This is match point. Raikou hovering, low health.
Oh, der Match ist kurz vor Ende.
Method Orange manages to get away with it.
Yeah, Temporal Shield will save the day. Close call for Raikou. Seen him make these moves in the past. And so far in this tournament, it's been working out. Nice setup on the Seedoo as he gets taken down 50% HP. But like you were talking about, said that Ghost Wolf recovery talent. He's in Ghost Wolf, he's regenerating his health, and just so strong. Basically means Seedoo has to die in a kidney shot or he won't be going down.
Raikou will have to set up those plays with Kleptomania, spell stealing all of Seedoo's buffs during an attack, but triple crowd control initiated here by Method Black. Sam I am reading the situation, preempting it by being in that bear form, activates the Barskin to trade for the attack, effectively diffusing the situation, but Method Black keep the chain going just that little bit longer, managing to get a 2-for-1 with that reverse magic from Trill. Potential opening for Raikou's Icy Veins moving forward. Chaz needs to start looking for drinks. He's looking in the far back line. Who is going to deny it? Raikou actually falling behind amidst all of this. Smoke bomb dropped by Waz. Bit of a bait here. Earthen Wall Totem should be enough for Seedoo to stabilize. Not overcommitting to the bait of Waz. Teams even will go into dampening, but Method Orange are establishing that mana advantage.
Ja, Sonny, die Königsstücke Fleisch aus der essen war. Ich hab dir nur ein halbes gegeben. Und Maike auch. Der weiß das ihr nicht so. Päppchen hat die meisten Stücke.
Sam I am caught into the kidney shot, but Seedoo's there. He's able to back him up. There's no crowd control coming in from Method Black. Method Orange completely stabilized.
Ooh, go for a swap on Chaz. They managed to scare him enough that he trades his Gladiator's medallion. Could be an opportunity for Method Orange. Chaz slowly but surely falling behind on mana. Sam I am repositioning with Seedoo to prevent Waz from pushing in. They know that Waz
Merkst du was, Hansi, an dem Fleisch?
available, so they're going to stay as a team, get ready for that attack, defend it, but they've stacked up.
Merkst du was, Mike?
Chaz tries to sneak for a drink. Sam I am denies the drink, so
Hm?
instead Method Black
Ich hab da noch gar nichts gegessen davon. Wie kriegt der Geburt oder was?
Ja, mit Majoran.
Can Method Black punish that aggressive play? Sam I am down to the kidney shot. Seedoo into the blind. Will he trink it out? Will he sit it? Sam I am in the market, and Seedoo doesn't want to overlap defensives. Now into the sap. Still not trinketing out. Seedoo playing is very greedy. And if he has to use his trinket a little bit later on, now
Und die Essen hast du nie. Kannst ja mal gehen.
keep the crowd control chain going, and Seedoo tries to make it out on the back end of this, and he manages to get away with it, which means that they can play a lot more aggressive. But amidst all of that,
Pflaumenkuchen.
Chaz able to drink and regenerate
Den
their
mal
mana right before dampening.
aufmachen und auf den Pappteller verteilen.
Method Black, they find the perfect moment to go offensive. Chaz looking for drinks, not assisting his team in the offense. Raikou getting low. Temporal Shield should top him off. Sam I am still caught into a kidney shot, and Method Black, they're really not looking for crowd control on Seedoo. They're just trying to build as much damage as possible.
Und heute schmeckt der Rotkohl noch besser, ey. Nach dem dritten Tag.
They're gonna win. I mean, at this point, it's still anyone's match.
Ja, der ist wieder Big Macker.
Winners final. The winner of this advances to the grand final tomorrow. Raikou getting bursted down. Tons of damage. Great cyclone there at low health. Chaz getting pressured, and as we set into dampening, it will become increasingly difficult for either team to recover. Sam I am gets bursted. Trill is locked down on the other side of the map. He can't support the team. Raikou polymorph. Trill pulls back to assist.
Erst
Sam I am ducking for cover.
fühlen wir uns schon stockenduster, ey.
Start to stabilize.
Eigentlich brennt man fast heute den ganzen Tag das Licht, Maike. Muss jetzt safe, ne?
Naja, sehr gut.
Ich hab Gouda, Stützkäse und Frühlingszwiebel, paar Rinde schnippelt in dem Ding.
Alright, Seedoo repositioning.
bei den Mitteln. Da sind ja eigentlich Kartoffeldinger, eigentlich keine Nudeln. Und Knödel, Edelteig eigentlich, ja. Kartoffelknödel.
Shot on Samayam, unfortunately for WoWAWC, felt the pressure that he wants. Samayam getting
Ah, mir luft die Nase.
damage with the ray of frost. But Sidu not
Und zwar kalt heute, früher waren sie eisig.
Samayam and Sidu rotating
Und das soll
looks for a drink.
noch die Woche richtig frostig werden.
Trill's gonna be able to shut it down.
Alright, Sidu caught into a kidney shot. There's the vendetta being committed here by Method Black as they go straight after Sidu.
Und teilweise
To survive the stun and
soll es wohl auch ein bisschen schneien und glatt werden und keine Ahnung. Was noch?
if he can sneak in a drink, he absolutely needs to. His mana is looking very dire in this position, and Method Orange are establishing a significant lead. Burst towards Raikou, picks up Trill. Sidu gets interrupted, he can't dispel it. It's a 3-on-1. Great setup by Method Black, forcing Barkskin from Samayam. The earthen wall totem pulling multiple defensive cooldowns in one attack. Method Black created another opportunity.
Nicely done. We
Ja,
are
also,
17%
kannst ja mal meinen Teller mal mitbringen. Dankeschön.
finals. This is an insane matchup.
Also sagst du dann immer ja, ja, ja? Hat die keine Lust, Mausi?
Jazz activates the Barkskin at around 20% mana.
Samayam lockdown, crowd control, speed out into the line, and Method Black
Das hier bin ich scheiße.
the heat. Samayam gets low. Manages to duck for cover in their form, but Chaz in position to get more crowd control. He gets interrupted by Trill.
Ins Hasse.
But now Trill
Das hier, wenn das hier alles so bescheuert ist, ey.
Samayam down. Dollar up on Chaz. He gets a swap. Huge damage.
Ach, Mann.
Alter, Gott.
Hier so eine Kacke hier.
Oh, was war gerade?
Der Heiler ist kapiert.
Ah,
Das hier auch.
und das hat natürlich gewonnen.
Ja.
Orange ist
Den man
das
hier nicht mal
Schwarz.
richtig hier was hinpacken kann, ey.
Ja, 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 ja.
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 He's one series away, one grand final away. But of